This is the Algebra 1 Summer School, Unit 6, Lesson 3 practice video. This is Vertex form of a quadratic practice. I'm going to do numbers 1, 4, and 5 on this practice video. If you have questions on other problems on the practice that aren't done on the video here, you can check out the answer key that's posted on Canvas or come into office hours and ask your instructor for help. Number 1 has the equation, the quantity x minus 1 squared plus 2. I've already graphed this parabola on my paper. If you need to do that, you need to use a graphing calculator, type the equation into the y equals, go to the table and plot the points. Now, I'm going to find the turning point from the equation because we're practicing vertex form. Remember that the x value of the turning point is the opposite of the number in the parentheses and the same for the y coordinate of what's outside the parentheses. I can verify this here that the vertex on my graph is at 1, 2. So that's a good thing. That vertex is a minimum. It's the lowest point that the graph has. Remember that the axis of symmetry is always x equals the x value from the vertex, which is 1. So that's the invisible line that cuts right through the middle of the parabola. The y-intercept of this graph is at 0, 3. There doesn't appear to be any x-intercepts. This graph has no roots, no solutions. It never crosses the x-axis, so there's no x-intercepts. For domain, remember that our domain always goes left and right forever for a parabola. So our domain here is all real numbers. And the range deals with y values. Because the lowest y value here is 2, and every other y value is above it, all the y values are greater than or equal to 2. Right? So that's number 1. If you have more questions on those, stick with me to the back. They might help answer them. Let's look at number 4 and 5 on the back. This is where you're given a graph, and now you have to write the equation of the parabola in vertex form. So to start for number 4, we need to find the vertex. That vertex appears to be at the point 4, 5. This parabola is opening down. When I'm writing the equation of a parabola that's opening down, I always have to put a minus sign in front of the parentheses. Remember, vertex form always has a set of parentheses that are squared with an x inside. Inside the parentheses with the x is the x coordinate of the vertex with the opposite sign. So I have x minus 4 squared. And then the number outside is always the exact same as the y coordinate of your vertex. So that equation of that parabola is negative the quantity x minus 4 squared plus 5. For the next example, the vertex of this next problem looks like it is that's at negative 3, negative 8. Right? This graph is opening up, which means that it's positive when I write my equation. So I don't have to actually put a negative sign out front. So it's just y equals, I have a set of parentheses that are squared, an x inside. Now this time I use the opposite of negative 3. So I write x plus 3, then outside of the parentheses is the negative 8. All right, that's the few problems I'm going to do from the practice of vertex form. If you need more practice, there's one more mixed practice file for all solving quadratics that I will have a key on Canvas and a video for. If you have other questions, come on in and ask your instructor for help.